Good morning, children. I hope you're all safe. Okay, in the previous session, discussed about the maps. Okay, I hope everyone to follow the classes. A maximum members are followed. That's why I'm saying to say very happy. Please follow like everyone. Okay, right. Now, shall we go to the discuss about the class? In the previous, what is our class now? Right, maps. What is our class now? Maps. In the previous session, we discussed about what is map and what is the difference between the sketch and map. Third one, the components of map. Right. Present topic is components of maps. Components of map, right? Every map has some components. That means the features or the characteristics. How can we say this is the map which is having these characters? Then we decided this is as the map. How it is helps to the people? It is helps to very good understand the information and reading the map, and this is helps to reading the map. Okay, what are the components? First one is directions. Second one is scale. Third one is symbols. Third one is symbols. What are the third one is symbols, and fourth one is colors. Colors. These are the components of a map. These are the components of the map or characteristics of a map. Where the maps are following these four areas, that is treated as a map. So in the particular, we discussed about the directions and the scale. How many directions we have? Two types of directions. Very good. What are they? Right. Cardinal directions and intermediate directions. East, west, north and south are the cardinal directions. Intermediate directions are the northwest, northeast, southwest, very good, southeast. These are the intermediate directions. And how can we identify with the help of sunrises? Right? And another one, scale. Scale means it is the representation of the distance. It is shows the difference between the places. But it is not shown the actual distance of place. It is shown the reducing the distance. That means the scale is the representation of distance only. It is helps to find out the distance of a place. In this, reducing the actual distance. Right? Next we are going to discuss about the symbols. Symbols. What are the third component? What is this is one important component. Third important component of a map is symbols. Symbols. What is the need of symbols in the map? Actually, it is not possible to draw the actual shape and size of different features such as the buildings or the roads or the rivers or the trees or different offices like the temples, churches and like these areas. We are not shown the actual size and the actual shape in the map. It is very impossible. So we are shown, we are used some particular letters or some shades or some colors or the pictures or the lines. These are all used to show some different features. Okay, these are the symbols. That means the symbols are give lot of information in a limited space. Okay, the symbols are given the lot of information with a little space. Why? Because it is not possible to construction of roads on the map. But with the help of symbols, we understand roads are there, or the rivers are there, or the churches are there, or the masjids are there, or the temples are there. How can we identify? Take example. From the Tekkali bus stop to infant school. So many different areas are there. In between temples are there, in between churches are there, in between masjids are there, in between different shops are there, different offices are there, different government offices, different shops are there, different houses are in the middle. But we are not showing the actual areas on the map. So we are shown these areas with the help of symbols. With the help of symbols. Right? In our lesson, introducing some symbols. Right? Take example. The broad gauge railways. Broad gauge railways. Broad gauge railways. This is the symbol of broad gauge railway. Right? This is the symbol of broad gauge railway. Like the Pakka roads. This is the symbol of Pakka roads. And the Kacha roads. Like this is the symbol of Kacha roads. And some trees. Trees are like this. This is the symbol of trees. And some river are like this. Okay, some ponds are the tanks, are the temples. Okay, just the masjids. Right, and the churches. Right? Just we are shown seen some type of symbols when we are traveling on the bus, and somewhere these symbols are there. This is the symbol of hospitality, right? Like different symbols we are shown seen in the map, and PS is called as the police station. RS, railway station. BS, bus stop. PTO, post and telegraph office. Right? These are the different symbols we are used in the map. How can we show these? Take example or picture is there in our textbook. Just you see here page number 33. This is one village with the help of symbols is there. Right? Here you see. This is the line of broad gauge. Right? RS means the railway station. RS means railway station. Here some houses are there. Here the school. Here some houses. This is the river. This is the river. And this is the temple here. And this is a little pond here. Right? And these are the masjid here. Okay? And different like this. Here the church is there. That means these are the symbols. Easily we can understand in this village where the houses are there, where the temples are there, where the trees are there, where the river is there. How can we identify? With the help of these areas. That means with the help of this picture, easily we can understand what are the different features of the village. In the village, tanks are there. The village has facilities of the rivers and the railway facilities are there. Schools are provided. So many temples and different religious areas are there. And the Pakka roads are also there. And some roads are the Kacha roads. For example, from the school to river, the Kacha road is there. And nearby the river or temple is there. How can we identify all these? With the help of these symbols. With the help of these symbols. In the 33 page are clearly given what are the symbols used in the map. That means with the help of these symbols, what easily we can understand. That means not only the educated people. Uneducated people are also to getting the information with the help of these symbols. Okay, right. And another one, another component, colors. Another component is colors. Colors are also helps to read the map. Colors are also help to read the map. Generally, we shown in the map different type of colors we see. Like the green color, blue color. Here you see in the 33 page symbols of map, some trees are represented with green color and the river are in the blue color, right? And the some lines are in the black color. That means the boundary lines. Those are all shown in the black color. But generally, the basic colors are used in the map. Generally, the basic colors are used in the map. Those are blue color, green color, and yellow, brown. These are the basic colors used in the map. Basic colors used in the map. The blue color, where the blue color are shown in the map, it is representation of water bodies. Water bodies. Okay, it is the representation of where the blue color is shown in the map. It is representation of water bodies. That means the rivers, oceans, seas, ponds, lakes. These are all shown in the blue color. And where the green color is located, it is the representation of vegetation, like the plants, grasslands, and the forest. These are all shown in the green color. That means another way, the green is the representation of plain areas, plains. The green is representation of plain regions. Green is the representation of plain regions. Okay. Next one, yellow color. Yellow color. It is the representation of highlands or plateaus. Plateaus. Take the example of in the India map. Deccan Plateau. Shown in which color? Yellow color. Yellow color means it is the representation of plateau region. Plateau region. That means highlands. Okay. Next one, brown color. Brown color is the representation of. Brown color is the representation of mountains. And hills. Mountains and hills is represented by the brown color. These are the basic colors used in the map. What are the basic colors used in the map? Blue is representation of water bodies. Green is representation of vegetation. And yellow is the representation of plateau regions, and the brown color is representation of mountains and hills. Mountains and hills. Okay, these are the used. These colors are used in the physical map. Later we are discussed about different types of maps. These colors are used in the physical map. That means the physical map is the representation of physical features of a land. Physical features of a land. In that map, we are using these symbols. Blue color, green color, yellow color, and the brown color. And another one, thematical maps are also there. Thematical maps. That means these maps are given specific information. Thematical maps means specific information. Just if you want to show the population of a village. Population of a village. Or like the forest of a village. The particular land particulars of a village, like these are called as the thematical maps. Later we have to discuss about that. So in the thematical maps, we are using some other symbols. Just you see the page number 33. What are the symbols? Colors are used here. Page number 33. The high intensity and the moderate intensity, low intensity, and very low intensity. These are used by different colors like this. Some black dots and some patterns and some straight lines. Like these other colors are used in the thematical maps. Okay, in the physical map, general colors blue, green, yellow and brown. The thematical maps are used pattern and colors. Patterns and colors are used in the thematical maps. Okay, these are two are the colors. Okay, why do we use the colors? Why do we use the colors? The colors are expressed different land features. Different lands. Why? Because the land is consists of different features. Like the rivers are there, trees, hills, mountains, plateaus, plains. Like different features have the land. So these are all shown not directly. That's why we are using these colors to representation of these features of land. Okay, you can understand? Right. Why do you use the colors? To representation of very good features of land. Features of land. Features of land. Physical features of land. Okay. Next one. These four are the components of a map. Okay. Distance, directions, scale, colors, and what next? The symbols. These four are the different components of a map. Okay. Right. In the next one, types of map. What next? Types of map. The maps are not uniform. We are using different map to show different areas, different features of the land or different informations. Take the example, we want to show the distance of a state. If you want to show the rivers of the country or the plateau regions in the country or the plain regions in the country, if you want to show the population of a country, the vegetation of a country, the crops of a country, the mining areas of a country, like these are all different variations or not? It is not possible to show all areas on the particular map. Why? Because we are confused. That's why we are using different type of maps. How many types of maps we have to use? Mainly political map. Second one, physical map. Third one, thematic map. Third one is a thematic map. Political map, physical map, thematic maps. These are the important maps generally we are used in our daily life. These three maps are shows different features. These three maps are shows different features. Okay. In the next session, we are going to discuss about the types of maps. Okay. Please follow everyone the classes. If you have any doubts, ask me through the comments or through the WhatsApp. Then I explain. Okay. Thank you.